Hello? 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 Sorry. You think I know how to do this. I've done it enough times. All right. Can you guys see me? Hear me? Are we good? Hello? I see a hello. Hello. Sweet. Sound good? I'm using a lav mic. Hopefully it sounds all right. Hello. Hi. Cool. It's working. I spent all this money on a little podcast setup with professional microphones, and I made a little studio and stuff, and I don't have the time or patience to set any of that stuff up, so I'm literally just doing it on my MacBook with a lav mic. So whatever, hopefully this works. It's YouTube, it's not like this is Hollywood. Hello, hello, hello. Hello from Quartzsite, Arizona. Where is Quartzsite? I've never heard of quartzite. Quartzite. Isn't that a type? That's where quartz comes from, right? I just pulled that out of my ass. Hello. Yes, the CRX is behind me. We'll get to the Z stuff in a little bit. I'll wait for people to enter the chat and stuff. It's showing that there's currently one person in here, which, oh, no, now it jumped up 600. We'll wait until it seems like there's a bulk of people in here, so I don't have to repeat myself. Geez, there's hellos from all over the place. Hi. I also, because live streams sometimes can be a bit monotonous and to watch, I made notes. So I got notes on so I can stay on track, on focus. I was in the middle of filming a car review today while doing this. Actually, I was editing a video for you for tomorrow and filming a car review, and I'm doing this now. Multitasking. Party time. Yes. Quartzsite is 17 miles from California on I-10. Oh. So it's like the I-10. Oh, that's up like, that's the higher route. I-8 is the one that goes to San Diego, right? I know the San Diego route. I've driven that one quite a few times. I think I've only done the Los Angeles route once. So yeah. Hello. There's a lot of people in the West saying hello today. Hi from Sacramento. It's 102 there today. It's pretty hot here today too. I can tell because the air conditioning is struggling and I can smell myself now. Thank you, Garage Builds, for the super chat. You bought some Quickie and you love it. It's good, right? It's legit good. It's one thing when you like own a product and you say your product's good, but it's legit good. I've heard that a lot from people now. I love the smell of it too. I know you're not supposed to smell things that aren't food, but it's almost 1,100 watching. Observation. You just got your sticker. Hello from Howell, Michigan. Where in Michigan is that? That's all I know how to do. Is there anyone that actually lives on the little part of Michigan that's detached? Or is that just like a campsite? I've never been up there before. I promise you, I'm gonna get to if you're like not one of the people that are watching this right now and you're in the future watching this, I get to the point in a minute. Hello from Montreal, Quebec. Okay, so some notes. I know you guys want to know about the giveaway. All of my notes are on the giveaway. So let's talk about the CRX first, then I'll talk about that. So you can see the CRX is behind me. I have started working on that, working on the first video. I haven't made much progress, but started working on it already. And yeah, lots of part research for what I'm going to do with it, because I'm trying to do everything with OEM Honda parts. So it's lots of checking measurements and specs between different model years of different Hondas. And I don't want to, I'm going to have some aftermarket parts on it, obviously, because Honda doesn't make reproduction parts anymore, and new old stock parts are almost impossible to find, namely a windshield. I was trying to find a genuine Honda windshield for it because it's got aftermarket one. I don't think it's cracked or anything, but that's not going to happen unless I bought another CRX to cannibalize the windshield off it, and that just seems illogical. So yeah, so I'm trying to it's not going to be a true OEM Plus build, but I'm trying to use a lot of OEM Honda parts from other models to make this all possible. So you'll see some of that in the first video coming on it. And then what's with the ending in the first CRX video? Oh, and the title? Because that was my first car. So I'm finishing what I started with my first car. And I don't know what the future will bring, especially with like AI and the internet and social media. Who knows if this stuff will exist 1 or 2 years from now by the time that car is finished. So I don't know. There's lots of, you could dig down all kinds of rabbit holes with that one. But I'm not going anywhere. So at least that's the plan. I won't be going anywhere. And as far as project cars after the CRX, I don't know if I'm going to do any more like massive restorations like I did on the Celica. That was a lot. That took a lot out of me, and I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I'm going to continue working on cars, but I don't know. I don't want to like jinx myself, you know? I missed some super chats. Holy, that was a big one. Thank you, Jay Walshy, for the CRX Resto Fund donation. You clearly know how expensive new old stock Honda parts are. It's adding up quick, so thank you. I seriously should have just bought a second CRX that was like kind of clean for all the parts, because like stuff gets really expensive really quick on those cars. Thank you, Wildly Coyote. And what was the other? Oop, I missed that one. You had a CRX with a B16A swap. Parts of policy rear CRX VTEC license fellow. Thanks, Alan Weed. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I almost went with the original OBDO B16 for the CRX because I was gonna like keep it super period correct, but like I'm modifying the car to begin with, so if it was actually correct, it would just be a JDM SIR. So then it just made sense to buy the B16A because it's got quite a few revisions to it. So, and then the video I made on it talk about the Y21 transmission. I don't know what the hell I was saying when I said that. I had diarrhea of the brain. So I have to run an adapter for the transmission because it is a hydro transmission. But the car side of things is staying cable. I'm not changing that, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not going to tear apart the dash and convert the pedal to hydro. I'm going to keep the car how it is and then just put the adapter on the transmission so that way the car still stays cable, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Robert Makanachi and Golden Saucer, for the super chats. Okay, how many is in here? 1,500 people? All right, we're going to do it. So I already know the winner. I've known for a little while now. And I wanted to do this on a live stream rather than like stick it in a random video like a car review or the CRX video, because it didn't make sense with that. I wanted this to be its like own thing. And like I can't make a whole video on just saying congrats, because it just like what would be the point of that? It'd be a dumb video. So this made more sense. So I already know the winner, and he already I'm like doing it like he's gonna find out for the first time. He already knows that he won. The winner was Victor R. He actually goes by Michael. That's his middle name. From I always screw this up. I wanted to say Suisun City, but I guess it's like the shampoo, Sassoon. I learned that. Sassoon City, California. So he was the winner of the 280ZX giveaway with a Robo Bubble bundle, actually. And this is something that I I didn't have a contingency plan for this part really. I just offered this. You could either win the car or the cash. In my mind, I thought someone was just going to take the car. Michael chose the cash. So I'm stuck with that thing now. I didn't really think about what I would actually do with it if I got stuck with it. I don't want to say stuck with it. I mean, it's not a bad thing. But so he chose the cash, and it's actually really sweet what he chose to do with it. So two things. He's going to split it. I don't want to like give away any of his personal information, like dox him or anything. But also, I'm going to give a shout out here in a second for something you'll see. But so he's going to use some of the cash for a project car he already has, which is a 1998 SN 195 generation Mustang. And that car has a lot of he's sentimentally attached to it for numerous reasons. I won't really go into the details on it, but what he's also doing with the money, which I thought was super sweet, is he's going to use the bulk of the money for his wife, and he's going to build his wife an at-home art studio because she's an art major, and she actually has a little business in Cal. I'm going to give her a shout out. Her store is called The Artist Jess, and she focuses mainly on pottery. So if you're in Cali and you're looking for some art, also she has an Etsy store if you're not in Cali called The Artist Jess. But shout out to her in her store, and I think it's adorable. He's going to build her a little at-home studio to put her kilns in, because I guess the kilns are currently in the garage. So she'll have her own little studio at home to make her pottery. And then also whatever's left over is going to go into his 98 Mustang. So he didn't really have a use for a 42-year-old Datsun, because that leads into the next part. He actually has two Mustangs, and he's trying to get rid of one. So I figured something nice I could do for the winner of the giveaway is also try to plug his car he's selling. So if any of you are in SoCal, or that'd be like Central Cal, right? Because it's in the middle of the state. I have pictures of it too. He has a 2014 Mustang convertible, and he wants $8 grand for it. It's got 155,000 miles. It is a V6, and that would actually make a really good first car for someone. So I thought I would plug his wife's store and his car, just as kind of like for winning the giveaway. So here is, oh, I can't look at my screen because it's not live on mine, but that is the car that he's selling. So if any of you are interested in 2014 Mustang convertible, he's selling that for $8 grand. And then next to it is the 98 Mustang that whatever is left over from the art studio, he's gonna save that car. So it's kind of neat. The money is going to save another car. And that means I now have to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do with the Z. So, oh, I missed some super chats. Thank you, Jim and Jada. Golden Saucer, how much do you want for Mazda? I don't have a Mazda. And Old Z-Man for CRX parts. Thank you. Oh, and Alan Weed. Here's more money for CRX. Thank you. You can tell I'm super excited about the CRX build. So, yeah, everyone say congrats to, well, he goes by Michael. So, and if you live in Valdalsasun City, California, and you know him or his wife Jess, give him a congrats. And yeah, hopefully see that Mustang fixed up and on the road. Okay, so you want my Ranger. That is something I will never get rid of. Sell the 280. I put a lot of work into that car, and to just sell it, I don't want to just yet. I want to do something with it because it's already, like, I feel like it's not finished yet. I got to figure out what, but it needs more. I have to do something more to it. Its story is not done yet. I think this happened for a reason, and it needs more. It needs more. So with that said, I don't know, give me some suggestions on what to do with it. The only things that I know that I would have kept doing, well, I guess now I can, is the paint bothers me because it's not perfect. And I am obsessed with perfect paint. I feel a car needs a paint job, same color, factory color, but just get rid of all the little dings and dents. And because it was a respray job and they didn't do that great of a job, even though I put all that time into wet sanding it, and I hate the rub strips on the side and the aftermarket molding crap at the bottom. That all needs to go. Just slick, all factory color. I forgot the name. It starts with a M, I think. No, R. Something red. It's like a 2-year only color, I believe, that red. It was like 82, 83 only came in that specific red. And I don't think a lot of them are red. I feel like most of them you see are like that bluish gray or tan. So there was a color called mint white. That one was probably my favorite. But yeah, I think it needs paint. Kind of needs a chin spoiler, but I don't know. I don't want to go crazy body-wise. And high compression pistons, ITBs, cam, I don't know. But that is not priority right now, just so you know. CRX is main priority. Celica, that is the next thing. Oh wait, I want to make sure I'm not skipping anything. Yeah, so again, congrats to Michael and Jess, and shout out to her store, the artist Jess, if you guys are into pottery, art stuff, or if you're near Vidal Sassoon, California. I believe that's where her store is, physical store. You can go in there. And I actually saved a picture. Before I forget, I saved a picture of some of her art. So here's some of her artwork, some of her pottery. So you can see some of her art. I don't know if they're watching this right now, but I really like this one, the little fish. She makes these little pottery fish. So that was always my favorite part of art class when I was a kid, was making stuff in the kiln out of clay. I always thought that was really fun. So yeah, shout out to them. Now we'll officially move on to the next stuff. So the Z, we kind of talked about that. Also, I'll mention real quick for Karen, she's finishing up actually right now. There's a couple more orders left that she's getting. You guys absolutely killed it and flooded her the last day of the giveaway. Kind of broke the logistics system a tiny bit. We didn't really plan for that big of a surge. So she's wrapping up the remaining orders. There's a couple left, and she'll have them all wrapped up probably mid next week or so. And then after that, I'll reopen my store. I completely closed the store just so she could handle what she had. That way, when the store reopens, it'll go back to normal shipping and handling times for any RoboBubble. Okay. Oh, my thing is, did I freeze? Okay. Sorry, it froze. I can't control the robots. So yeah, I don't want to plug stuff for too long. You got enough people on the internet trying to sell you crap. So my store will open next week sometime, whenever Karen is comfortable to do so. I don't want to. She's like working herself to death, and she's small but mighty. So all right, the next thing is the Celica. You guys, that is probably the number one thing that I get asked about the most in video comments. There's a lot of people that aren't like caught up and stuff because you have lives, and I'm not that important. So the Celica, the next video is on the Celica. And spoiler alert, I drive it. So there's that. And I'm editing it. I'm just finishing editing right now. It'll be up tomorrow for you. So you can look forward to that tomorrow. Thank you. Oh, did I miss some? I'm sorry if I miss super chats. I'm only one pair of eyeballs. Want a wrecked 23 Golf GTI 4th anniversary? No, but I bet you Angel does. He misses his GTI. Yeah, hit up rookie pilot. See what he says. Oh, another one. Ronald Ma. It cuts off your name. Thank you for the super chat. Will I ever make any hood pops merch? That's a good idea. If I do, send Karen an email and you'll get one for free if I ever do that. Down payment on the Z. Thanks for the super chat. Okay. So 240SX at some point maybe. I don't know. So when I was looking for the CRX, I came close to buying an S14 because that was the car I bought after the CRX in high school. Was a 96 SE. It was super black. And they're impossible to find that aren't completely just ruined and modified. Not that modifying's ruining one, but a lot of the ones you find for sale that are modified are not modified very well. And a lot of them are just trashed. So, yeah, I would like another 240. That was the one car I regret selling the most. I didn't really have a choice though, because it was a New England car, so underneath where the rear subframe bolts up was all crunchy and rusty. So, yeah, I don't know. I missed that car. But I am really excited I got little CRX. It's so weird. Like, I know a lot of you probably can relate to whatever your first vehicle was. And I don't know how long it had been, but if it had been a long time between the first time you had your first car and then got rid of it and then sat in another one years later, it's weird. It's like when you see a TV show you forgot about, like Land of the Lost. Not the movie one. There was one in the 70s, not that one. The one that got canceled with the white Jeep Cherokee. Some of you OGs know what I'm talking about. I just got a super chat that says retirement $1.99. Is that a subliminal message? Subliminal? Justin Baloo says his first car was an '89 Civic Hatch. That's neat. 1,000 yen super chat. Oh, how do you say thank you in Japanese? Arigato? Because of the song. Domo arigato, Mr. Robot. That's when they end Land of the Lost. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this. So I usually fall asleep listening to like a podcast or a YouTube video, usually the Y-Files, to help me fall asleep. And then I lay there and I watch the entire thing and click on about 2 or 3 more because I can't fall asleep. But I also, about a year ago, I rewatched the Land of the Lost TV show in chronological order, the one from like 1990. It's really sad. The last season just kind of goes and just ends with no like point to it. And it was a good show. So there's that. None of you probably care about that. Oh man. Not your first car, but your third car. You had a 92 Acura Integra GS. Oh, you wish you had it back. Yeah, the DA Integras are pretty sweet. It's a lot of parts from DA Integras. There's a lot. Hondas are. I thought Subarus were like Legos. I forgot how much Hondas are like Legos. You'll see in the next video on the CRX what I'm talking about some of the parts that I have from other Honda models. The amount that they're like Legos, though, was kind of shocking, even from different generations. So I like campy TV. No, I just like the Land of the Lost because was midlife crisis. I also started watching dinosaurs too, with not the mama baby dinosaur. You know what it is though? And I didn't realize this, but I don't know what like late 90s they stopped doing this, but I guess movies and TV shows were actually filmed on actual film, so it gave them a really different look. I didn't know what that look was. I thought it was just like degrading quality over time or your brain telling you you're getting old, but it was actually like a different way of filming it. And like, it looks better in a worse way. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know why, like, especially the stuff in the later 90s when they were starting to get more advanced of CGI, when it's on older film, like, it looks, I don't know, like, it looks better in a worse way, if that makes sense. It's like CGI got, like, really good, and then it just, like, got lazy and sloppy, and, like, it looks terrible. I think it's just, like, cost cutting or laziness. I don't know. But like if you look at the the early Transformers movies in the early 2000s, the CGI was badass on those, and then the CGI in like the last Avengers movies just went. I don't know. This is stuff I started noticing. I don't know if it's from editing videos so much that now I pay attention to that crap, but analog is a reflection of real, digital is a reflection of simulation. Was that like, that was like profound robot speak. You just broke my brain. It's film grain. Yeah, rushed quality. I agree. That just got deep. Name some good movies pre 2000 that are not common, like forgotten movies. I'm curious some of you guys' suggestions. Not like obvious things, like really like forgotten gems. I'm all about knowing some more. Jurassic Park is not a forgotten gem, unless you were sheltered. I mean, Labyrinth. There we go. Rambo's way too mainstream. I want some Gumball Rally. No, I'm talking like weird stuff. North Shore, Living in Oblivion. There we go. I'm gonna like pause this and look at this later. Thank you for the list. I appreciate this. Rocky, come on, that's not. I'm talking like random stuff. I'm not even gonna read this stuff because I'm gonna look at it later. Thanks. Thank you. I'm sure a lot of you might do this too. This is like a treasure trove that you just produced right here in this chat. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna look at this tonight and find a movie to watch. Strangeland, Run, Lola, Run. I've never heard. The Raft. That's about that one car, right? What was it? A Plymouth? What was the Raft? It was a sick-looking car. It wasn't a Plymouth. What the hell was it? A Dodge or something? I don't remember what the Raft car was. But is the movie any good, though? It was a Chrysler? I can kind of see that. I can kind of see, like, in the Wrath, I can kind of see the roof, the bubble shape to it, and may have inspired the Intrepid. What was it? Intrepid, what was the Chrysler version? LHS? And yeah. Intrepid. I think Dodge should bring the Intrepid back. That'd be kind of neat. Make it like a future version of its old self. The Dodge Interceptor. BMX Bandits. Well, you guys are naming all kinds of neat stuff. Have you ever seen the movie A Scanner Darkly? That left a hole in my brain. That movie is weird. And there's another one, The Salton Sea. That was another like weird movie from back in the day. Thank you, Marcelino. Did I say that right? I tried. You love my channel. Why not do another raffle for the Z? Because I want to like keep that to a once a year thing. The giveaways, like there's some channels that's all they do is giveaways, and then it just like, it detracts from making content first for you guys. I mean, yeah, it's financially beneficial well, it can go either way. You can lose your ass on those. I don't want to say that. There are a lot of people that lose their ass on giveaways. But I don't want it to just be all about that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do another one in the future, but like no more than one a year. I don't want it to get like that. I think a lot of you can agree that that's best to do too. That way it's like actually something special. The act of like doing something cool for somebody to potentially get a car or cash. Like, I like that, but I don't want that to be all I do. If that makes sense. Time Bandits. Yes, that is a fire movie. I rewatched that a couple months ago. That was a really good one. Gone in 60 Seconds. I mean, I've seen that a million times. It's a good movie. Applause? Are you applauding, or is applause a name of a movie? I don't know where we're getting at. All right, I got to stay on track here. I made notes. I don't have any more stuff on the notes. Okay. Yeah. Well, as far as the Celica goes, with the video I have coming out tomorrow, I have to schedule a dyno session, and based on input, that's a gem right there. Short Circuit and Short Circuit 2. The sequel is just as good as the original. Input. He like cleans off the window to the city. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, I gotta schedule a dyno session, and based on input from all of you and like local people's suggestions, I think I'm gonna reach out to there's a shop in Phoenix, UMS Tuning. I believe the tuner there owns a Toyota MR2 and has been doing it for a long time. So that just kind of computes with me. Knows Toyotas. I mean, if you know tuning a Toyota, you know their language, their electronic design language. So that's kind of where I think I'm going to take it. The other runner-up was there's a shop in Lake Havasu that one of Charlie's friends, who unfortunately passed away a couple years ago, he used to take all his customers' vehicles there. So those were the two contenders when trying to find the best person to tune it. So I haven't even reached out to them yet. I don't know if any of you know those people up there, but I think that's who I'm going to reach out to. I mean, the tune is not bad. Shout out to Kelvin in New Zealand. The tune he did on there is for not being able to drive the car or have it on a dyno. Like, that dude's on point. But there's stuff that you can only find when the vehicle's moving. That you can't, it has to be on a dyno or a street tune, both ideally. So that's what has to happen next. So I got to schedule a time to get it tuned. So the next video on the Celica is all dependent on availability for that, and then scheduling a time because I got to tow it up to Phoenix or Lake Havasu. So yeah. So I know you guys ask all the time about Celica updates, and my dad also, especially too, because it's his car, and winter's approaching rapidly from being a weather nerd and watching Ryan Hall and Max Veloz, well, not Max, that's the plane guy. What's the Max something? The weather guy. It looks like winter might be coming a little earlier, or fall might be coming a little earlier in parts of the country up that way. Last thing I want to do is tow that thing through crappy winter roads. So, yeah. Did Mr. Dose ever get tuned? No, it needs to be tuned. However, the head gasket is leaking oil externally. It doesn't appear to be leaking internally. It doesn't burn oil, but it's had an oil leak since I first bought the car, and I changed every gasket on the entire thing. And I thought it was coming from the valve cover or the distributor, but it still seeps, and it's coming from the head gasket, which sucks. So that's why the MR2's just kind of been pushed to the side right now. It is still drivable. It's got a basic street tune, but it's on wastegate pressure, so it's not really making a ton of power over stock. So yeah, it needs to be tuned, but I gotta do a head gasket on it, and I haven't really, I don't, I don't know. I had the Celica going on, and now I've got the CRX going on. So there's that. I don't really trust anyone else working on it, so I just something added to my plate. What about the podcast? Thank you, Catman, for mentioning that. I have 100% of everything set up and ready for a podcast. Angel knows how to work all the robot equipment. It's ready. It's just I have not had time. My goal was I was going to try to record them on days that I film car reviews in here in the shop. And I'm like, I never have extra time. I work myself stupid, and anytime I get a little bit of extra time, I find another way to shove more work into that. So everything is ready. I just need to do like a test. I'm going to do like a test podcast and just put it out on Patreon only, just to make sure it all works. And then I'll start putting on the Give It the Beans channel. So it is ready to do. I gotta get it like, I can't keep adding stuff to my plate because I don't like have a team of penguins that are actually useful here. So, would I ever get a new car? I did, the Bronco. I bought that new. I mean, it was in 2021, but I bought it new. I don't really plan on getting, I don't really like, I don't have a desire for a new car. Does that make sense? The Bronco was desirable to me because it was 4x4, 2 doors, manual transmission. There's really nothing out there on the market that is like that is intriguing to me. The only thing close was a Tacoma, and you can't get the smaller cab with a manual transmission and 4x4, which was a huge screw up on Toyota's part. I would have considered a new Tacoma had they offered that combo, the extra cab, which is kind of basically a 2-door single cab, and a manual and 4x4. It's dumb that they don't offer that. So, yeah, I don't have any desire for a new car anytime soon. Should do an off-road rig. I got CRX. CRX is the focus now. Does the Bronco have a rubber oil pump belt? No, it's a timing chain on the 2.3 EcoBoost. VHS quality. The live stream's VHS quality? You know what? That's how I roll. We go back to retro. That would be kind of neat if I could like somehow figure out to do a live stream with an old school like VHS camcorder and set that up. That would be kind of fun. When am I gonna finish the Focus Raleigh build? When I was gonna say something funny and I forgot. What's the line from Super Troopers? He's like, I believe that when me shit turns purple and tastes like rainbow sherbet. I was gonna say that. It's called a filter. Filter. Filters aren't the same. They're not. They're never quite the same. Retro is cool. How's my sister's Xterra? Good question. I don't know. Any chance? You guys are asking for another build. You're barking up the wrong tree. That is it for the next foreseeable future. And I don't think this will take as long as the V8 Celica because I'm not engineering stuff. But I think this will probably take, if I had to guess, it'll probably take a little longer than the Ranger did. The Ranger took about 9 months. I'm guessing this will take a little over a year. Depends. But that's what I'm assuming. Because like, well, we'll do that. We'll talk about this for the remainder because no one ever watches live streams this long. Well, you guys are. But like the people in the future that click on live streams, they just click on it and then after 7 minutes, they're like, why am I wasting my life doing this? I'm not saying that you guys are wasting your life, thank you. But no one ever waits till the very end, so this is perfect timing because this is your reward for still watching this live stream. The CRX, the way I'm going to be doing this, and I've already started. So when I did the Celica, it was the same way. I kind of started with the undercarriage and suspension first. Logically, that just kind of makes sense to do the mechanical stuff. Now, the Celica, scheduling-wise, I had to do paint and body work kind of early in the progress, which isn't ideal because then you got to like be careful around it all the time. And people mentioned that too in the comments on the Celica video, and it was 100% true. Like, it is not ideal to do paint and body work early on, but I kind of had to scheduling-wise. So the way I'm going to be doing the CRX is basically the undercarriage bits first, suspension, chassis, and I won't say exactly everything that's happening in the next video. You gotta watch it for that. But that's coming first. Then to swap in the B16 and get it running and driving. Once I know that the car runs and drives, it's functional, it's good to go, then I can tear it apart and start doing the pretty stuff like the restoration to an extent. So this is the part I'm a little undecided on. That is the engine bay. Ideally, because I'm gonna kind of go all out with the paint and body work on it. Ideally, I would shoot everything all at the same time, but I gotta rent a booth to do this. And I'd like to spray it myself. Ideally, I'd like to spray it myself. I'm doing it black, so black. I mean, black is not an easy color, and my plan is to do single stage black with a clear coat on top to give it a little bit more of a pow gloss factor. But I'm not sure if I want to do the engine bay, like get it running and driving, pull it all apart, prep shoot the engine bay, and then put the engine back in the car so then it's drivable and it can be driven in and out of a paint booth. And then like pull the doors, hatch, because I'll shoot the doors and the hatch and the hood off of the car, maybe even the front fenders too, bumpers obviously, so it's all blown apart. Or blow all that stuff apart, shoot the jam. I don't really want to shoot the jams separately because then I'm going to have a tape line. So I don't know. Suggestions, let me know in the next upcoming videos how I should do the process. I want the paint to just be like spot on. I'm going to get it PDR'd before I do any body work on it too. There isn't really much dings on this car. It's pretty straight, but inflatable paint booth, no. So I already have a local body shop that offered to let me rent out their booth on a weekend. The same body shop that painted the TT, and they did an amazing job on the TT. So probably gonna hit them up on that offer. Their painter's really good there too, but I want to paint the car myself. I don't know. I also don't want to screw it up, but I think I've painted enough cars now. I think I got it. So yeah, but mechanical, that's happening first. Get it running and driving, then start blowing it apart. Interior will probably be last. Yeah. So yeah, that's my plan. So I don't think it'll take as long as the Celica did, but hello from Seattle. You have twin CRXs, or we have twin CRXs? Thank you, John Morgan, for cookies. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's the member thing. Metal skin. Oh, we're still with the movie references. Okay, metal skin. Is to go take a vacation. I can't take a vacation. I'm just gonna work until I die. That's my life. If I was born rich into money, I would be able to do stuff like that. But some of us gotta work for a living. I'd love to go back to Germany and go to the Nordschleife. Where's the little, what's the name of that restaurant? There's a little restaurant in Adenau. I got currywurst that are really good. I don't even know if it's still there. It was like 13 years ago last time I went there. There was two restaurants near the Nordschleife that were really good. And then City Pizza in Bitburg. I don't know if that place is still good. That place was yummy. Oh, thank you for the super chats. I'm hungry if you can't tell. 2020 Orange Mustang, you bought the same exact one. That's awesome. You're sitting in it right now. That's neat. That's Twister Orange. So wasn't competition orange? It was Twister Orange. That must be like really unique then that year. I don't even remember. I remember filming it. It was in the abandoned warehouse. Thai food tonight. Stop with the food. I'm hungry. Just so you know, when I was filming the review that I'm filming today, there's several times when I stopped mid-sentence and started over again because my stomach was growling so loud you could hear it. Oh, how's my lavalier mic battery doing? Okay, we're good. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'm trying to read your super chats so I can respond to some of them. Pizza and beer. I can't do the glutens. It sounds tasty, but gluten equals pain for me. Lots of pain for like a week or two. No bueno. Thank you, Charlie Sheets, for the hot dog. City Grill. Yes, City Grill and Spicer. Oh yeah, they were good. They weren't my favorite doner kebabs, but they were good. My favorite doner kebabs were in Bitburg. It was like, if you're coming into Bitburg from the B50, there was two roundabouts. There was a pizza place over to the right that was really good. You went past that, and then you came to it was either a T or a four-way intersection. On the left, there was an Argentinian steakhouse that had ostrich and kangaroo, which was both delicious. You hook a right there, and then you drive through the main center of Bitburg, like the city part, and then there was a kebab place on the left side of the road right there. That one, I would say, was tied with the one in Trier. There was a kebab place in Trier that was also fire. It was near the Irish pub. That place was really good too. I don't know if any of you are there right now, but definitely go eat some of that for me, if you can. That sounds so good. Sorghum flour is gluten-free. Ah. Somebody said that if you eat gluten in Europe and you have like gluten allergies or even celiac, that it doesn't bother you. I wonder if that's true. Gluten didn't bother me until I was like 30, just out of nowhere. Say ostrich again? Why? Ostrich? Is that like the only word my New England accent comes back on? Ostrich? I don't know. Did you miss the final video on the Celica? No, you didn't miss the final video. They're probably a little ways out from the final video. I got to do a review on it. So there'll be like the video that comes out tomorrow. There'll be a tuning video. Onesie twosies, maybe some final little things. I still haven't finished the wing, remounting the wing, the brackets that I made to mount the rear spoiler. Need some revisions to it just to make it perfect. And then yeah, car review. And then I gotta get it to my dad. I don't know if I'll film that because I don't know if that'll be a whole video. So, ostrich. Say emu? What is wrong? Why emu? Are you like sniffing out my accent or something? Would I ever do a first gen RX-7? What was they called, the SA70? Is that the first gen? I really like those. I like the ass end on those cars. They have the taillight shape. It's very satisfying. You like how I say aluminium? I can say aluminum too. It started as, I don't even know how it started. First it started as like a joke. Then it just kind of like kept going. And like, I don't know. Now I say it. I say both sometimes. Sometimes I'll catch myself saying aluminum. But sometimes without even thinking, I say aluminium now. I like retrained my brain. But that all started from doing the car reviews. Before the car reviews, I always just said aluminum. Now I say aluminium. Quail eggs. I say it correct. But there's some words that you pronounce in British English that I just can't. I can't. Like, yogurt. No, it's yogurt. I can't do the yogurt. Or there's some other ones. I don't know. They'd have to pop up. Short Circuit is free on YouTube. That's where I watched it. I watched it here on YouTube. Can the CRX have? It is gonna. Someone said, "Can the CRX have underglow?" It is gonna have underglow. Spoiler alert: I will do underglow in the CRX. I probably won't use it that often, but it has to. It is after I am building. I didn't have underglow on my CRX in high school. I bought the car before the first Fast and Furious movie came out. But it has to. It's because I mean, like, I bought like pretty much everything to make it look identical. I did. I bought everything to make it look identical to my car I had in high school. So some spoilers there. I'm doing a very minor subtle touches looks wise. Little tweak. Actually, one little tweak looks wise that will be noticeable that is different from mine in high school. And if you know Initial D extremely well and watched all through Initial D, the anime, it'll click. It'll make sense in your head. You might even know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna say it at that. There's one thing I'm doing different to make it symbolic for the fact that it's getting a crazier version of kind of. I mean, technically, you could say, even though it's a B series, it kind of is the same damn thing. It's a 1.6 liter four-cylinder. Yeah, it's got dual overhead cam, but the D and the B are kind of like, we'll go with the same thing. A non-car person would be like, it's a 1.6 four-cylinder. That was your clue. What would I say is the best French car brand? I'm really partial to 90s and late 80s Peugeots. Those are my jam. Why? Initial D is why your kid wants an RX-7. That's cute. I like that. Spec D or TYC tails. I'm not saying anything else. Am I located in California? No, I'm in Arizona. Cactus country. Why not? I like Renault too. The Clio Williams, big fan of those. The R5. What else? I mean, Alpine, however you want to say it. What was the other? There's another Renault that's really badass. I don't remember the name of it. No, that's Alpine. No, isn't there a Renault that looks kind of like the Alpine? Like very similar kind of look to it, but it is actually a Renault. What am I thinking of? Yeah, the Clio V6, the mid-engine Clio. That was like in all the video games back in the day. That one's dope. The R4, Alpine 110 and the 320. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh, and the Twingo, the Renault Twingo. I remember seeing those everywhere when I was stationed in Germany. I like the Twingo. That's a cute little car. A Twingo with like some kind of, you have to keep it in the family though. Like a Twingo with a mid-mounted V6. Like a Twingo R, what would you even call it? A Twingo R5. That would be sick. Clio, that's the newer stuff. Yeah, the newer stuff's good too. They had some really good hot hatches too. Thank you for gifting memberships. That's neat. What do I think of the Kia Stinger? I think it got killed off and it didn't deserve it. And they did a terrible job marketing that car. Yeah, like absolute piss poor job marketing that car. It was not a bad car. And it just did not get, especially the base model, the four-cylinder. I think you could get it with a manual too, couldn't you? The four-cylinder base model Stinger. That was a really good car that did not get they failed that car by not marketing it well. Because I feel like that was a really good car for what it was. Peugeot RCZ. Yeah, that was another back in the day video game car. Stinger. What did I say? Stinger weird too? Stinger. Stinger. You gotta say it like Sean Connery. Or Stinger. Oh, speaking of movies, so I never watched the Indiana Jones movies before. I watched the first one the other day. I had no idea that was like based on like neat historical stuff. What's that other? What's the movie that takes place in the 1920s? It's kind of similar with this Lost City of Z. It's kind of like that a little bit. That's a good movie too with Charlie Hunnam. Yeah, I'm just going on. I'm getting hungry and now I'm getting spacey. What time is it? There's 1978 concurrent peoples. You are one of 1978 concurrent peoples. Thank you for the super chat, Derek Welsh. Yeah, so I didn't do a single live stream the whole time during the 280ZX. I don't know. I said I was going to do one once a month, and I hadn't done one. So I'll try to get back into it. Or maybe the podcast kind of fill that void. I don't know. It's kind of nice doing something other than just a video, because videos are edited. So this isn't edited. So I can't hide my sweaty armpits. I'm trying as best as I can right now by keeping them to my side. It's hot in here. I'm human. But yeah, with that said, congrats, Michael and Jess, on winning the giveaway. And next year, do another one next year. We'll keep a healthy space in between them. And thank you, Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez. You like the 80s Transformer references? That's a good show. And try not to lose my train of thought. The Z, yeah, give me some suggestions on what. Fix the stereo. Fix the stereo. That has to happen. Fix the stereo. LSD. Needs an LSD. And a little more power. Paint. I won't be filming videos on that for a while though. If stuff happens to it, I'll like if it gets painted, I'll take it to a body shop, a good one, and get it painted, and I'll let you guys know the update. So, and can you explain the story behind the penguin? That's a good question. Someone sent me a bag of those penguins years ago, like years ago. And I thought they were adorable, and I just started incorporating them into the videos. That just happened. I don't plan things. I don't know if you've noticed this. Shit just happens. It comes out of my mouth, which isn't always the best thing, but I just roll with it. However it happens. However it happens, it happens. Kind of like in the car reviews. When I do the braking and acceleration test, and most of the car review, I always try to just do whatever the first take is. However it happens, and I use that. Especially the braking and acceleration test, which is really hard because sometimes I have a major audio issue, like the microphone's not plugged into the GoPro all the way, or I forget to hit record on the one outside the vehicle, and I screw up. But I always try to use first take. Rally special stage, always first take on off-road reviews. The driving portions, always first take on that stuff, which is really hard to do because I don't read much, so I'm vocally challenged at times, and I don't have a very good filter because I was prior military, so it's really hard to hold in the F-bombs. But apparently you can say them now on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, it's hard doing that stuff. So that's why I like doing live streams, because there's just no editing. It's just this is how it is. So yeah, I'll do another live stream soon, podcast, and you'll have a Celica video tomorrow. and then a really spicy car review after that. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon with something. Bye.